Hi, I'm Chef Isabel. I'm here at ATP today in the test kitchen to give you a quick recipe full of flavor, very versatile. Can go on chicken, fish, beef, anything you like, or it can even just be served as a side. So we're going to start off with some herbs, and you can really pick out any herbs you want, basil, anything. I'm going to use today some sage and some thyme that we picked here in the garden. Smells amazing, by the way. If you haven't been over to the Arboretum, you need to come over here and get a whiff of these herbs. They're unreal. So I'm going to start off by just taking off some of these leaves, stem and all. I'm going to leave the stems on there. And some thyme. The ends are a little too woody for me, so I'm going to cut off the ends. Just cut those off like that. I'm just going to take them apart. I'm going to put them in there, stem and all. Just kind of arrange them all over. Here, let me move this out of your way so you can get a better view. That's it, and just kind of peel this one back. Get a few sprinkles of thyme in there. Get a little bit more. I'm just going to grab it from one end and just pull back and sprinkle. That's it. I'm going to go with these tomatoes that I've got that we picked from the garden as well. Little sprinkle-sized tomatoes. So you'll get regular grape tomatoes, and if you want to just really give it some pop, I would choose different colors, kind of like what I've got here. Use some yellow, oranges, reds. I got a couple of green ones just because I wanted some extra color in there, but obviously you don't want to use unripe ones in your dishes at home. But I've got about 1.5 cups here, but I'd go with 2 cups. 2 cups is generally what I always start off with, because they're gonna, after the cooking process, they're gonna kind of get mushy and kind of disintegrate a little. So you want to use more. Use about 2 cups. So that looks beautiful already. And then I'm going to sprinkle it with a little olive oil, and use a good flavorful olive oil for this. Usually I don't recommend, heating olive oil to high temperatures, because you're going to lose the nutritional value in it, and sometimes you even kill the flavor. But if you've got a really good olive oil with lots and lots of flavor, I would use it for this particular recipe. Just drizzle it over the top, and this one's kind of coming out quite a bit. I don't want that much. So just drizzle it lightly over the top. There we go. That's the stream that I wanted right there. Okay. And I'm going to sprinkle it with a little pink salt. You can use kosher, you can use sea salt if you want. And a tiny bit of white pepper. Just like maybe 1/8 of a teaspoon, not much more. The white pepper is pretty strong, so if you can use your fingers instead of just shaking it out of a shaker, I would use your fingers, because you have more control and you won't get that bite that just has a ton of spice in it. So try that. And that's it. And if you want to squeeze a little lemon over the top, great. I'm not going to do that for this one, but just extra flavor ideas for you. So let's stick this in the oven. And I actually missed a very important step. Start your broiler. This is a quick, slow roasted tomato. I should have told you that from the very beginning. Quick, slow roasted tomatoes. And the reason I say quick is because, when I go home and I want to just do a quick dinner, it's going to take me about 20 minutes for 30 minutes for a dinner. So I don't have time to do the typical slow roasted tomato, which takes 40 minutes to an hour depending on how many tomatoes you're using. So I've learned that I start my broiler and I put this together, stick it underneath the broiler, and you want to make sure you're using, depending on the size of your spacing on your oven, don't use the middle rack, but you do want to use like the second level if you have that. My oven at home only has 3, so I put it on the first level, and it's about a good 5-6 inches from the broiler. So you don't want to have it directly underneath, because you'll burn your tomatoes. But you want to have at least 5-6 inches of room. So put these in there underneath the broiler for 15 minutes for a low char, but 20 minutes if you want a really, really deep, sweet flavor. Those just, it tastes good. It's kind of like when you barbecue and you get that char and it just adds flavor. It's the same thing. So let me get a glove. And this is what you're gonna get. See that? Beautiful, just like black spots. And I actually did put this in the broiler. This is what it would look like after 20 minutes, 6 inches away. If you do it a little closer, you get more of the blackness on there. But you can even eat the sage and the thyme. It's gonna taste great. Hope you enjoy this. Bye bye.